Good day, everyone. I am John Kevin Regalario, and this is Group 6. Our report for today is about the significance of cultural, social, political, and economic symbols and practices. So, Earth beginnings can be traced back 4.5 billion years, but human evolution only counts for a tiny speck of its history. The prehistoric period, or when there was human life before records documented human activities. So roughly dates from 2.5 million years ago to 1200 BC, and as the environment changes, we continuously grow and find ways to make maximize our effort as we live. It is very evident in the different stages of human cultural evolution. The Paleolithic period, Neolithic period, and age of metal. So the first one that we have here is the Paleolithic period. So the term Paleolithic was coined by archaeologist John Lubbock in 1865. It is derived from the Greek word paleos, which means old, and lithos, which means stone. In short, the Paleolithic period, which happened 2.5 million years ago, is also known as Old Stone Age. In the Paleolithic period, the Earth was extremely cold and ocean levels were much lower than they are now. Due to the cold climate, Stone Age is also called the Ice Age. So during these years, people were nomads. So these people are also known as NPA or No Permanent Address. Kung saan silang lugar magbe-benefit, doon sila maninirahan or mag-i-stay. And able to use simple tools and weapons made of unpolished stone. So the caves serve as their shelter. Similarly, this was time when people discovered to use the fire. So through the use of stone for their protection against cold temperature and to cook their own food. The next one was Neolithic Revolution. So the Neolithic Revolution is also called as the first agricultural revolution. So the term was coined with Greek word neo, which means new, and lithic, which means stone. It is strictest sense. It is the cultural era where people employed polished stone tools as replacement for rough stones. During this period, there was a wide-scale transition of many human cultures from a lifestyle of hunting and gathering to of agriculture and settlement of kind of society eventually led to population increase. People depend on domesticated plants and animals. They learn to create such crafts and pottery and weaving. They likewise develop both as means of transportation and for fishing as well. From being nomads, during the early stage human began to develop a sedentary type of society, of which they built up villages and towns.
Age of Metal. The last stage is Age of Metal, 4000 BC to 1500 BC. The use of metals such as bronze, copper, and iron that produced a new historical development from the cradle civilization of Egypt, Mesopotamia, Persia, that including the India and China, which later spread throughout Asia. There were three stages distinguished within this age due to the different types of metal that were used: the Copper Age, the Bronze Age, and the Iron Age. Copper was the first known as a metal. It is of a low hardness and it was used to make ornaments. Bronze is an alloy of copper and tin, and it is harder and stronger than copper. Several Eastern Mediterranean peoples discovered this metallurgy and progressed rapidly. During this age, agricultural tools were developed with bronze such as plows and sickles, military weapons like swords, spears, and shields, as well as household utensils like jars, bowls, and cups. Likewise, a more developed social, cultural, political, and economic system were improved. Tribes and state were recognized as at this point. So, in this age of metal, in the first ancient civilization, they used bronze, copper, and iron in order to create a tools for hunting, cutting, fishing, and more that can help them for life survival. They use tools for agriculture and digging. For example, they're creating spears and knives in order to cut meat and vegetable and trees.
So, the lesson I will discuss today is early civilization and the rise of the state. The word civilization came from two Latin words which are civis and civets. Civis means inhabitant of a city and civets means urban community. So, civilization is a highly organized society marked by the advanced knowledge of trade, government, arts, science, and written language. So, early civilization is one of the earliest state, and civilization was found in the Fertile Crescent, which is known as the Mesopotamia. So, Mesopotamia came from Greek words, which means land between two rivers. The Fertile Crescent in the land between two rivers, namely as Tigris and Euphrates rivers. So, Mesopotamia is very near to the bodies of water. So, the main product of this civilization is agricultural because it's nearby the bodies of water. But Mesopotamia is a very large area. Most of the land is very dry water, cannot reach it. So in this matter, what the civilization or the early civilization of Mesopotamia did, as they have created irrigations to carry or to channels the water from the river to the It became very productive. It gave way to the trade and other professions not related to agriculture, such as construction of houses, animal domestication, battery making, and fishing. So as humans or person or people that particular civilization and evolve or progress, they have created the first writing system around 5,000 years ago, which is called duck uniform. It made the transfer of ideas, concept, traits, and even the records of history very much easier. So, Mesopotamia has four major cities: Uruk City, Ur City, Lagash City, Hicks City. In every city, on the center of it, there's a particular structure which we can call ziggurat. It's a temple used for worship for their patron gods.
Democratization. The ancient Greek were the first to create a democracy. The word democracy comes from two Greek words that means people, demons, and rule, kratos. Democracy is the idea that the citizens of a country should take an active role in the government of their country and manage it directly or through elected representatives. In addition, it supports the idea that the people can replace their government through peaceful transfers of power rather than violent uprising or revolution. Thus, a key part of democracy is that the people have a voice. In 508 BCE, Athens, Greece, a new government different from those in previous period came about the democracy. In this system, the people, the democrats, held the power in governing their land. The citizen democrats of Athens were male only at age 18 and above, son of Athenian parents. Each democrat had a voice in ecclesia or assembly, the highest forum of the nation, which happened 4 times a month. People were allowed to govern, however, they still elected 10 leaders, one from each tribe, who exercised full responsibility for the state accounts. The Athenians' democratical form of government was believed to be better than others, for it sought and the opinion of people in governance. However, it had its downside cuneiform too. Aside from the practical type of democrats elections, slaves were still confirmed in the lower strata of the society. This practice was necessary so that most people could engage in politics without having a sacrifice their economy. Be- because of the birth of Athenian democracy, people in the society learned that they too, even if they were not blessed with supernatural power of the priest king or with military power and influence of the general, could rule and govern their land. This practice evolved to more applicated ideals which led to the types of society which people such as Filipinos have at present. That's all. Thank you.